I just got back from the speaker showcase down in the States. Yeah, it was really kind of cool. The company that I contract for, every once in a while, they brought in some of their top speakers, and it was a chance for the best to kind of hone the best. And we were put into groups, and we were presenting to each other in smaller groups, followed by constructive criticism and praise in certain areas, just to the best honing the best. I think everyone in any profession kind of needs that time, and it was awesome. But it was funny, after I gave my presentation or one of my presentations, one of the girls looked at me, and we don't know each other very, very well, and she had some really nice things to say about the presentation that I gave. But then she followed up with the phrase, and she says, "But Dave," she says, "if I were to give you a constructive criticism, you bounce, and it can be distracting." And when she said it, everyone giggled and laughed, and I just kind of laughed back at her, and I said, "I do." And as I took that piece of feedback, I love feedback. I think we should accept any piece of feedback. I filter it through two filters. One, do I agree with it? Two, who else has said that? I look for quantity of feedback. One piece of feedback does not necessarily make the case for change in a certain area of what I'm doing or who I am. But when 25 or 30 or 100 people are telling me the same thing, then I better be paying more attention. So it was cool. She said, you bounce. And as I reflected on that, I just thought, you know what? Yeah, for shorter presentations, I can see where that would be distracting. You don't know me. You've just met me. You heard me talk for 5 minutes. And with my energy and that I naturally present, because I just love what I do and I do what I love. And so naturally, my style is energetic, it's interactive, it's in your face in a non in your face way, but it's around engaging with people in the audience. I get excited. The best definition of attitude that I ever heard was your attitude is simply your inner thoughts seeping through your skin. And when I speak, my passion shows. And I almost can't help it. But the feedback was a really good reminder for me that in shorter presentations, when someone does not know who I am, that I intentionally need to hold back the bounce a little bit so that it does not become a distraction and they can actually connect with me and realize that the passion that they're saying is real, it's not phony, it's not fake, it is who I am. But then I got thinking too, and it's like, you know what? I don't want to get rid of my bounce. The bulk of the feedback that I get when I speak to people has been, you know what, Dave, love your energy. Love the fact that you connect. You bring me into the information. You bring me into the discussion. You're one of the most engaging speakers that I've had the chance to be around. And that's the bulk of what I get because my bounce shows my sincerity. Um, the more I reflected on it, I've come to realize that my bounce is my competitive advantage. And in a longer term workshop where I can build a relationship with someone through the day, and they can get to know me and realize that my energy is not a one-time 5-minute stage show. It's just a genuine passion for the people that I teach and the people that I talk to and the career that I lead. Then it's actually a positive. And you know what I got thinking as I do more leadership workshops and I talk with leaders, they need to know that everyone has a bounce. And it's not, when I say the bounce, it's not necessarily a bounce in their step, but it's something about them that makes them different. And really, I think that that's what leaders should be looking to challenge to grow in each one of their employees. Because, as a professional speaker, if I eliminated my bounce and I became the perfect technical speaker in terms of the right amount of arm movement and the right amount of eye contact and very intentional sort of diction with, perfect phrasing, the danger is I'd become like everybody else and I'd lose my competitive advantage. Why would you hire me over anyone else? It would come down to, well, how much do you cost? And I think so is the same for employees with leaders. If they look for the bounce, that's that employee's competitive advantage. That's their source of innovation. That is their source of contribution. That's usually where they're happiest and most motivated. The question should be, how can I use their bounce to the maximum? Because for the rest of it, I could have hired someone else. Because it's the same old, same old, same old, same old, same old. And so, yeah, it was just an awesome time. And this idea of my bounce is really kind of mulling around in my head, and I'm excited about sort of the conversations it's going to lead to down the road with the leaders that I teach.